back to the video, sorry. I had some posts on Facebook and my sister kind of went over it and stuff. I'm like, fuck, okay, hold on a second. So yeah, basically like the info I was talking about anyway. So continue on from where I was. So yeah, pretty much at this point, we're having a whole entire conversation. I mean, vast majority of this conversation, some of its elements mixed in from my real life, but not all of it. Not the entirety of it. Not every part of my life is basically on there. So, I mean, look, at the end of it, pretty much most of the stuff, I mean, I'm talking about therapy sessions and stuff. But, I mean, I'm being a bit realistic about some stuff, but it's only because I'm trying to build a rapport with the person to see exactly what they do and see exactly how they perceive this, you know? If you're a bit more real with a person, or if you seem genuine on the surface to a certain extent, it can be a good thing. You know what I mean? Especially if you want to build a rapport with them, you want to get into their head a little more. Okay, so I said, so after that was 1:59 a.m. I said some roast lamb with vegetables. I said, oh, that's nice. Are you going to bed now, dear? And then I said, I pretty much said, I just have to upload a video, which that was on one of the other social media platforms and stuff that I muck around with. Okay, darling. Hey, how you doing? How's your day going? And this is just, like, my point is, this stuff is not really, there's no feeling behind this shit at all. This is just me doing random shit regardless. So, hi, baby. How's it going? I'm good. You? And what I was trying to say through that fucking sentence, and that whole fucking sentence was fucked because of the speech recognition on my phone. Not too bad. Bit drunk and stoned last night. Had some fun. Did an internet stream. Aside from that, feeling good for a Saturday morning. Not overly hungover. So that's something realistic. Well, that is sort of realistic, but I mean, look, I don't think there's anything wrong with telling somebody. I mean, I want to see her response. If she tries to take advantage of somebody who's drunk and stoned, or like, that's my point. I want to see if people come into that. You know what I mean? So anyway, okay. Did you take your coffee? Yeah, I have one. I had one when I got up at 11:22 a.m. Okay. Well, what are your plans for today? You know, having your cigarettes at the moment, relaxing for the morning. At this point, I may be taking my dog for a walk along the lake. I didn't specify which lake. It was totally interpersonal. I was just saying I was taking my dog for a walk along the lake. Possibly seeing if I can organise more stuff on more stuff on it, if to put it on eBay. Yeah, something like that. Combination of that stuff. And that's a little bit personal, but not totally personal, I feel. It was just sort of, yeah, it is indicating, like, look, to be honest, I'm trying to be honest to my profile, because most of my profile stuff's up there anyway. So it's pretty much up there regardless of the situation. So, you know, people can still access it regardless. So, you know, I wanted to stay true to my actual internet profile regardless. So, yeah. Anyway, so, okay. You smile. What's your dog's name? I said Angel, and I mentioned the original dog's name back at the beginning, which was Angel, and I said Angel. I said fucking Angel, and she never paid any note to it apparently. So I show a photo of the dog. Then can I have a picture of your dog? So I show a picture of my dog. Wow, pretty. Hope he's not stubborn when he wants to walk. Yes, he can be. Otherwise, he's pretty good. So then it's like, okay, I love that. Are you in Hangout application? So I gave him my Hangout application. And this is normally where it moves to the next realm, which it moves to the financial realm. They end up wanting something financial. This is normally where it goes. So, okay, I'll text you on Hangouts. All good. Just texted you on there. How are you? And then this is stuff I sent afterwards. I said, you know, it's like, how are you? I said, sorry, stoned off my ass at the moment. Going to try and use speech recognition, see if I can get this fucking shit through. And like, I was pretty stoned. I just kind of mucking around. I just wanted to see if she'd respond. Also, take a photo of yourself with a piece of paper next to your head with your name on it. Just saying. Okay, so yeah, right. So that's that. That's that conversation. Now, moving on to Hangouts. There we go. Moving on to the Hangouts conversation that I ended up having with her. So this is where it got kind of interesting. Okay. So, I've sent her responses then, but she hasn't responded since, so I want to see what she does. Okay. So we go all the way at the top. She says, hi, handsome. And, like, most of this speech is very garbled because of my speech recognition being a retard. Literally, that's the only reason the speech isn't working properly. So I said, checking to see if checking to see if people are busy, all good. I may be taking my dog for a walk at this point, but I'm definitely not. I'm definitely going to have to go down to the shops for a bit and have a day out. Oh, okay. What are your plans for today? And then, ultimately, I already told her my fucking plans, but she didn't seem to absorb that. It's funny as hell. Getting some food and picking up a packet of cigarettes from the shops, maybe a couple of other items tomorrow afternoon. I will be taking the dog for a walk. Oh, okay. Baby, please, can you help me pick up something at the store? Okay, so this is my point. That's where it comes into some monetary value. But then, to counteract that, I said, to be honest, I'm looking for a soulmate in life. Somebody who can who can complete me. Because I just want to see what her response is by me saying that. And I mean, I'm not after that. Honestly, I'm not fucking after that. I could give a shit less about it. It's like, I'm also looking for an honest person's, Jesus Christ, this fucking text. Well, somebody doesn't lie, somebody who doesn't scam. I've had bad experiences in the past. So far, you've been reasonably genuine to me. It's nice to meet you in any case. And I didn't mean that. I didn't think she was reasonably genuine to me. I thought it was bullshit. Half the stuff is just, I was just waiting for the hangout invite, to be honest. Like, that's literally what I was waiting for. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm also looking for a soulmate. I'm just scared of falling in love because I've been cheated on so many times, and I don't want it to happen anymore. That's understandable. I've never cheated on anybody myself. I've had people cheat on me, but I've never. It's never been something I've wanted to do to myself personally. So I get you. I get what you want. Some of the honest. Jesus Christ. This is my fucking point. This is how bad the fucking speech recognition is on my fucking phone, man. It doesn't even get half the shit right. But if you promise not to cheat on me or never let me guess shit. Fuck off. But if you promise not to cheat on me or never let me down, I guess I'm okay with you. We're just getting to know each other, to be honest, so let's start with that. All I want is real love and caring. So, like, to be honest, most of this stuff stinks of romance scam, realistically. Like, that's what it feels like. It feels like she just wants you to fall in love with her within the first 5 seconds of her typing a sentence or something like that. Like, literally, that's how it feels. And like, that's what I gauge from most of it anyway. Like, yeah, that's understandable as well. Person I had a long-term relationship, yada yada yada, was in for a year, and they basically scammed me out of money. So yeah, I'm very careful with all of that stuff these days. Also, I have putting my heart on the line when I get to know someone as well. So what I was saying is just I always put my heart on the line, which that's true. I used to. I don't do it anymore. But I used to put my heart on the line for a lot of different things. But yeah, that was a long time ago. At the end of it, I'd like to get to know someone first, understand them, better things like that. Okay. I don't just buy things for people that don't know because I don't know because I have to get to know them as a friend combination first. In most cases, I get the person to come talk to me on Skype or other different services and things like that in combination of those things. So typically, I mean, look, if somebody's not willing to even talk to you on Skype or even have a decent mobile phone call with you, that points out a red flag to me, realistically. And to be honest, yeah, most of it's just, it's kind of bullshit to me, but if somebody's not willing to put the extra foot in, whether it's real life or online or whatever, that's obviously, that's a few red flags off for me regardless. Most cases, I get to know some person across Skype, different types of services through video chat or voice chat, and that's realistic. I think that's realistic, especially if you're doing stuff online, particularly because it's harder. It's not completely impossible to fake that stuff, but it's harder if you know the signs to look out for: repeating video loops, fake pics as well, if you reverse image search and stuff like that, and things along those lines. Okay, so I can understand how you feel. I hope things will be better for us. So she's basically, we're just in a relationship now, apparently. like I said, most of the time I have to get to know somebody first before I do any type of stuff for them. But but I have to know them genuinely inside and out. So what I'm saying is, I want to see how far she's going to take it and what she's going to ask for. I'm not going to give her any information, but my point that I'm trying to the point that I'm trying to make is that that can be a relative point, especially with some of this stuff. Like I said, most of the time I have to get to know somebody. Yeah. What would you like to know? Well, I know your age, your occupation, the things like that. Was just keep keep chatting and see where we go. You can think of I can't think of any major questions that I want to ask you, but I'd say my main question would be: are you trying to scare me out of money? Do you expect me to give you personal loans? Are you willing to voice or video chat in the future? Have a problem with? Do you have a problem with proving that you're not out to get money and run? Have you had a recent? Okay. Have you a recent photo? Hold your name up in front of the piece of paper in that photo. Prove all the pictures that you have on your Instagram are yours. Okay. Small video of yourself talking about some of these subjects. Ends, which is I'm an IT tech. I know how easy it is to fake certain things when it comes to the internet. But when it comes to internet-based stuff. So have you experience with what I meant to say was I have experience with IT and cybersecurity as well. At the end, I'm an IT tech. All right. Sorry, my speech recognition is stuffing up. Some of the words are coming out garbled, which was kind of what I was trying to fucking say. And then yeah, that's my fucking point. That's how bad this is. Like, this is the point. I wanted to make it seem like I was stupid. I didn't want to seem intelligent. So I wanted to come off as a little bit stupid, but at the same time, I wanted to come off as intelligent. So I wanted to come off as it's almost like I didn't know what I was doing, but the fact is I do know what I'm doing. I'm just seeing what she does. Okay, so take every profile, see. So yeah, pretty much I know how easy it is to fake things on the internet, fake profile, fake other things on so these days I tend to take every profile I see with a grain of salt, and that's always true for me, regardless. Fact check and verify all profiles in question. Okay, she says, okay. Do you have Facebook? Do you have any type of Twitter? Do you have a current copy of your original driver's license from where you live? Identifying documents of any kind. Can you prove you exist? And not somebody else. Sorry, just scare me. That's my point. That's not what I was trying to say. But my point is, I wanted to make it seem like I was like it's not deliberate. It's more my speech recognition was stuffing all this shit up. But yeah, somebody just trying to scare me, or are you just somebody trying to scare me? Right. Do you have a Facebook profile? Was it that was not created recently? So that's another big red flag as well. Years old. So what else? Do you have a contact phone number? Do you have WhatsApp? Do you have Viber? Which these are pretty common things if you want to communicate with people overseas and stuff like that. Not scam artists specifically, but if you just want to communicate with people overseas, genuine people I'm talking about. I can understand what your interested think. I gotta tell you that you are not that you got to trust me. No, I'm not going to trust her. That's the point. The flesh of my flesh, the bone of my bone, which she kind of goes into a poetic rant at that time, and I'm like, what the fuck, woman? Seriously? Like, wow. Okay, fair enough. Yes, those are some of the things I would be interested to know about where you were, something verifiable person. I want to make sure you're a verifiable person. Whether you're able to take a picture of yourself with your name on a piece of paper and hold it in front of you next to your face, which that's something you should be able to do if you're not a scam artist. I'm pretty much normal things that this person would ask if they wanted to. That's pretty much what I was trying to say was that's pretty much something a normal person would want to prove. Fuck me. Oh god. Okay, I'm coming back. Okay. All right. So, pretty much what I said was, I feel that's a normal level of detail that a person would want, especially if they want to know if somebody wasn't scamming them or something along those lines. So let's just clarify. I just want to see if she'd give me any of those documents or try to make up anything, or be creative about this stuff, because they can be creative. Some scam artists, not all of them are stupid. Not all of them are entirely stupid anyway. I guess everybody base in trust. I believe I deleted all this social media thing you are asking then. When I was cheated on. Am I though? I'm only here on Instagram, nowhere else, because my ex-boyfriend make me delete all. I'd be so careful. Okay, so apparently her ex-boyfriend made her delete all the shit, which I don't believe that. It's just bullshit. I mean, realistically, most women who are decent actually have a contactable profile regardless. I can understand how you feel, and I promise never to let you down. Always trust my words. No, I don't trust your words. That's my point. I don't trust a fucking word you're saying, bitch. No, not at all. Well, that's fine. If you don't have any other social media but are providing a photo of yourself with your name, a piece of paper next to your head, is that not that hard? Which I was trying to say, it's not that hard, bitch. Like, really. It's not that hard to do. Which that's what I was just trying to get her to do it, see if she'd actually do it. But I mean, to be honest, as I said, I'm pretty sure it's a fake profile. I don't see it as being real, realistically, like just from the pictures and stuff and what's in the images themselves. I will tomorrow morning, I promise, because it's late here. So she makes up some bullshit excuses late, and she doesn't want to fucking do it. Okay, fair enough. Okay, cool, sounds good. Trust is best. Agreed. What does your ex really do to you? So what she's saying is, what did your ex do to you to make you so paranoid? Well, aside from the scamming factor that was involved in that, there was a romance scam regardless. Generally, some women have given me the same attitude towards trusting. It's not general. Actually, yes, it is. I'll be honest. It's entirely women. Like, the bad experiences I've had in my life has mostly been women. So I've never had a bad experience with a guy. Not so far in my experience with guys. I've never had a negative experience with guys, honestly. Never really had a bad negative experience, put it that way. I've had more negative experiences with, what do you call it, with women. So, yeah. Anyway, I said scam me, like I said. Don't tend to trust very easy these days. And then you just have to forget everything about your past, okay? I know everything will be better for us if you really have the love for me. Which I don't have the love for her. That's my point. I'm not in love with this profile. I'm more seeing what her response is and what I get out of her, what ultimately happens, stuff like that. If she responds, how she responds, what her psychological makeup is, and I'm analysing everything she's saying too. Now, a lot of it's very bad English too, so that doesn't fucking help. I've just met you. And then she says, you have to... Okay, so I've just met you, which is what I meant. I said, I'm just met you, but it's actually, I've just met you. I already put the I've in there. So I'd say I'm not in love with you. I just want to be friends at this point. Like I said, I get to know people first. Which, is reasonable, I think, for anybody on the internet. Personally, sure, I want to make friend with you first. Going into any relationship, anyone cause I don't want the shit on me anymore. So you just have to get about your past, okay? I believe something great and good will come through for us. So pretty much at this point, she's just bullshitting and rattling on. Like, I'm just the half these lines are just like, she's trying to convince me to stick around, I guess. Or not just that, but like she's fucking. She's trying to say, what she's trying to do is say, oh, be in love with me, love me, or whatever. Nah, it doesn't work that way for me. No, I'm sorry, but it normally takes a long time to fall in love with someone. Like that, that can be like 12 months worth of Skype conversations, or I mean, even if it is a long distance relationship, it can be those combination of those things. I mean, it can be a long period, so that's my point. Okay, all good. When you get back to okay, all good. Okay, all good. Okay, all good. When you do, get back to me, which is pretty much, you know, when you want to reveal something. Anyway, my point is, now these two videos that I said, I was just talking about, like, you know, what you would normally expect a scam artist to do, stuff like that, and just pointing out a few things, you know, and putting out the issues and stuff, and so the sense of how easy it is to fake things. I mean, I don't know. I just sort of basically said, oh, look, fuck it, you know, like, it shouldn't be that hard to follow through with the requirements that I gave you in the first place. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. So then we got, I understand how you feel. Everything will be okay for us. Yeah, whatever. All good. Like I said, I'm getting to know you. Yes, I can understand. I will be very happy if you can trust me. I'm not here for games. I'm here for true love, not cheaters. I promise to hold you tight. Yeah, so she's kind of trying to appeal to my emotional side, but I don't really have much of an emotional side most of the time, so yeah, I could give a fuck less. Yeah, fair enough. Alright. And I said, yeah, fair enough, because I just didn't really give a shit. I'm just like, yeah, fair enough. Alright, I have to go to bed now. I will talk to you in the morning. Okay, night, sleep well. And then I finally had the last two messages, which was, boo. Sorry, a bit stoned and drunk, so yeah. Laugh out loud. And I was just kind of, I wanted to see if I get a response out of her. Realistically, I just wanted to see what response I would get out of it, if any at all, when I was in that state of mind where I was a bit drunk and stoned. I wanted to see if I get a negative response, or if I get like something where she'd be trying to take advantage of me or something along those lines. So I wanted to see if she would take advantage of me in that situation. So, you know, I wanted to see. I was in complete control of the situation anyway, but, you know, I just wanted to see if she'd respond. So, hey, how's your day going? And that's the final message I sent tonight at 8:41 p.m. Sorry, to see whether she responds. Now she hasn't responded to that. That's unfortunate. That's annoying. If she doesn't respond, that's fine. There's no pressure to it. Let me just go into my Gmail. Oh, fuck, I'm so cold. Fuck me, it's cold. Okay, hold on a second. So I'm just going to go into my Hotmail for a second. Oh, shit. So let me just sign into my Hotmail for a second. I'm just going to grab the last two emails I sent in my sent box and show you what I did. So, I thought, fuck it. Oh, for fuck's sake. We're updating our terms. Fair enough. Next. So, I haven't received a response to it. Oh, I have. That's interesting. Ooh. Ooh, I received a response. Okay, alright, I'm gonna go to my sent box. Hold on a second. Just want to see sent box. There we go. Fucking taking forever to load. So the last two emails that I ended up sending was these two right here. Right here. This one, see? This one here. I sent this one to the compensation agent, combination of, right? I sent that to them. So yeah, that's right. Very interested in compensations. Thank you. Wondering if I can get it in gold. So that's something I sent. So let me just go back to the other screen. I don't want to give too much away here, but let me go. Where's that sent box? Okay, so let me go to the next one. And then I sent one to this email, but I don't think I'm going to get a response out of that one realistically. So that I sent to this one, I said, I'm writing to you to ask about compensations in question. Very interested party. Okay, so that's what I said, right? Got that. That's cool. Is that good? Okay, cool. Awesome. So I got that, right? Now, I've got a response to that email. And what was the response? Oh my god, this is gold. This is golden. This is golden opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. This is hilarious. Okay, so this is the email I sent to this guy, Alex Edgar, which is the guy that's... I'm very interested in my compensations, thank you. Wondering if I can get it in gold. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to respond to him. I'm going to get rid of this stuff, obviously. Get that other section there. So what I'm going to say is, hi, good sir. I mean... gold. Hi, good sir. I mean gold bars. Right. So let me see if I actually get a response out of that. I'll be hilarious. Okay, so he says, please explain to us what you mean by gold. Can I get it in gold? Yes, good sir. I mean gold bars. So, in other words, I'm asking for 5 million in gold bars. Yes, good sir. I mean gold bars. 5 million in them. Okay, that sounds alright. Let's have a look here. Space that out. Hi, good sir. Hi, good sir. I mean gold bars. 5 million in them. Does that make sense? Okay, hold on a second. Gold. Yes, good sir. I mean gold bars. 5 million. Worth. Okay, it's probably a better word. Yeah, I mean worth. Because I hope he knows the correspondence of the email I've actually sent, because I didn't send the original email along with it. Good sir. Hi, good sir. I mean gold bars. 5 million worth. Okay, so there we go. That's perfect. So I'm going to see what his response is out of that. I'm just going to send that to him. All right. And see what response I get out of that. So yeah, that's hilarious though that actually came up there. So I'm going to see what the response I get out of that, and I'm just going to fire it back and forth over the next few days. I will make up some details, and I'm obviously going to, I mean, like with that more personal sort of romance scam, I gave a little bit more detail, but like with somebody like the one I'm responding to now, the only thing he'll get out of it, I guess, is my actual name, and that's about it. Then, mind you, there's a lot of Daniel Gormans on the internet. If you've ever looked up Daniel Gorman on the internet, there's tons. There's heaps. So, yeah. Good luck, mate. Regardless of the fact that he's getting my real name, that doesn't really bother me. That doesn't really... doesn't make me feel uncomfortable, put it that way. Because, I figure if I start making a name for myself for outing these types of people, it's gonna give me a bit of a reputation and stuff like that anyway. So it's good. So yeah, that's all right. Jessica, new mortgage payments. Don't care about that. Oh my god, my fucking vision. Fucking times it. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck me. I have no glass. I know where my glass is. I'm gonna fill it in between my bed. Hold on a moment. Shit, there we go. Oh, shit. Okay, so yeah, realistically, that's better. All he'll get out of that is my real name and a contact email. The only thing it's really going to do to that account that I have is just increase the spam intake. So I'll just have to watch the spam intake, that's all. But it might be a good thing in some sense of the word. Because they might start sending me more. I don't know, maybe. Fuck me. Okay, alright, hold on. So yeah, okay. So what I figured out from most of this anyway, as I said, you got that romance scan there. I haven't heard back from her. I'm gonna probably at this point I've made up some. I've made up a couple of things in there. Not everything in there was made up. Some of it was showing parts of my real life, but not fully exposing it per se. Now, at the moment, I'm just going to see what her responses are afterwards, and I'm going to obviously have a look at this and see exactly what, not just proper responses, but different responses I get out of different situations. So we'll see what happens anyway, but I'm probably going to start making stuff up from this point onwards. I mean, I did make some things up, like one or two things, and I mixed it with elements of truth and stuff like that. So what I'm going to most likely do is just make up a whole heap of bullshit, just to talk about some things in my life or whatever. I might even, just totally, freaking, yeah, I don't know. I'll come up with some elaborate story or something like that. Combination of that stuff, and I might see if maybe I can give her a bit of her own medicine as well. Aside from that, I'm going to see what this Alex guy comes up with. Alright? And I'll see what he comes back with, because I'm kind of curious about this stuff. We'll see what happens. So that was the Hangouts chat, as you can see. Some of that stuff was personal stuff, not all of it was. I mean, look, I'm not going to expose my financial information. I'm not going to expose other stuff, things along those lines. Realistically, I figure most of the stuff I'm going to be doing is just talking about maybe some personal stuff, but not every personal aspect of my life. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mentioned I go to therapy, but that's because I want to see if she even tries to connect with the person that she's trying to get through to. Not that saying you have a therapist is a bad thing. I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing anyway. Vast majority of this stuff you can make up anyway. But there's some things I'm going to start making up. I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'm going to make up, but I'll just randomly talk to her and sort of have a bit of a discussion with her and stuff like that. Maybe we just make some random videos of me chatting about stuff and talking about different bits and pieces. Yeah, stuff along those lines. We'll see where it goes and where it heads from there. If she doesn't respond anymore, that's fine. It's done and dusted. I don't really give a shit. But I want to see if I can get her a response out of her in the sense that if she tries to scam me or tries to ask for a credit card number or a loan or something like that, I want that evidence to sort of be there. But she did start to do that, and then she sort of cordoned off it because I became overly paranoid, which I wasn't really actually overly paranoid. Well, I am actually paranoid about scammers anyway, regardless of the situation. But either way, I guess. But so yeah, for the most part. Yeah. I think I'm doing pretty well. I'll leave it there for now, I think. As I said, I've showed you everything. I've showed you those chats that I did between me and her. I'm currently answering a scam email from some fucking cunt in Nigeria. Just out of curiosity to see what response I get out of that. What else? Yeah, stuff like that. Now, the only thing I might do if I start doing this more full time and stuff, and I do this stuff more full time, I'll probably create separate email addresses for some things. I won't include as much about my actual life, ultimately. I mean, I'm only including that now just because it was a romance game. I wanted to see if I could get some sensitive information out of it, so I could get her to expose herself a bit. But unfortunately, that didn't backfire. It just didn't necessarily work. But I want to see if I can get some. If I get some more response out of it, we'll see what happens, and we'll see which direction it goes. I guess at this point though, I've got that plus I think another scam email. Actually, I should show you some of the PayPal scam emails and stuff that I get as well. I don't have any of those, do I? I don't think I do. PayPal. There we go. Ah, found one. There it is. Got it. Okay. So, before we go, I'm going to show you what these fucking PayPal emails look like. Or some of them can look like. So these are some of the PayPal emails that you do get. Now this one is obviously a fucking fake, Cover account. It's fucking amazing. What is this though? Hold on a second. It's not going to receive. Congratulations. Congratulations. Like really, they're not doing too bad, but I don't know. You added. Wow, that's old. That is a really old email. Thank you for added new email at. Jesus. So this is some of the dodgy stuff that they do, as I said. This one's pretty easy to catch because you can see that it's a pretty dodgy email. But there's definitely some that I've seen that are the opposite. They're not as easy to catch. That's the problem. So, do I have any others? There we go. That might be one. Found it. Here we go. This is the one. Okay. All right. I'll show you this one. Okay. So this is one of the more difficult ones that you can see, which are harder to catch. This is one of the more difficult ones. So your protection, your PayPal ID is automatically locked. Okay, yada yada yada. You've been prevented as usual sign-in attempt on your PayPal. This PayPal has been locked because signing in from a new location or from a different device, which they don't, fucking PayPal doesn't do that, you dipshits. We check your PayPal login from the other device. Your PayPal has been locked until issue has been resolved. We will be waiting 24 hours, or your PayPal has been locked permanently. Which, you can catch the bad English in this shit. Not just that, I mean, PayPal does have that, it's using a legitimate fucking PayPal logo, but, like, firstly, they're not going to have a login button like that. You just log in, you go to the website and you log in. That's always the rule with PayPal. If you click the link, it normally takes you... Now, because I've got good antivirus, by the way, I'm going to do this. I'll click the link, and I'll see what happens. Out of curiosity. And it says, yeah, exactly. And I mean, okay, so as you can see, it was this deceptive site ahead. So it's obviously a deceptive site. You can see that. It's, you can see the original URL and everything else like that. Because I've got antivirus regardless of the situation, I mean... So Google Safe Browsing has caught this anyway, regardless. So, clearly the site is dodgy, but typically if you're in like a browser like Chrome or something like that, it probably will catch it, regardless. It may not always catch it. Some sites are brand new and they don't always catch it. May trick you into doing something dangerous like installing software or revealing your personal information. For example, passwords, phone numbers, or credit card details. Okay, so obviously, that's my point. It is a dangerous site. It marks it as a dangerous site, and so obviously it's a very deceptive site. Now, I can't go through to that site, but that's all right. So the site itself, you can report the domain if you want to. That's an option, which eventually will probably get taken down. The other things you can do, obviously, is you can report this email to PayPal, which I'm going to report this to PayPal, realistically. That's what I'm thinking about doing at this point in time. There's a spoof, I think it's spoof.paypal.com or something, .com.au or .com. I have to double check what that actually is. Is that they've changed the address, I think. Anyway, my point is normally I do report these emails anyway. Typically, as I said, most of the time when you go through this stuff, you can see the bad English. You can see the PayPal logo, but typically PayPal will not give you a login option on the actual email. They'll recommend to you to go to the actual website and log in, and that's just pretty much a rule with PayPal. If you don't go to the website and log in, yeah, that's my point. You're being an idiot. So as I said, that's one of the dodgy, and you can even see from the fucking do not reply thing on the email. At the top, which it says do not reply at app data, yada yada yada, email craziness, crazeless or whatever.com. And it's actually is do not reply at mail, PayPal, lid.com, which is not a legitimate address. It's kind of fucked, but they didn't try to hide any of that stuff. I mean, most email clients will tell you that, or most email clients, like, for example, what do you call it? Fucking Hotmail or Gmail, they'll tell you regardless. But yeah, no, look, for the most part, these types of emails are definitely the things you can get. You can get similar, which you can tell you, like, I've actually got ones, my dad's got ones, I should show you the ones my dad does get. They're normally, they tell him that there's a certain amount has come out of his PayPal account, and they'll try to trick him into clicking the links in the email to actually go to log into his account to check it. then trust me, they can be very, very dodgy. The way it works. So yeah, it's quite fucked. But yeah. So I'm gonna see if that guy responds. If he doesn't respond, that's fine. He'll probably respond tomorrow. He'll probably think I'll have a go at him. Maybe, I don't know. Sorry, I'm a bit stone drunk, so yeah. So at the moment, I'm just waiting to hear back from her. If I don't hear back from her, that's fine. There's no pressure. I won't rush. I won't rush it, but we'll see what happens. Mortgage repayments, fucking hell. But there's definitely dodgy sites out there, and I won't argue that. But you know, I mean, there's a lot of different dodgy shit out there. So just put it this way: be on the lookout for things like fake profiles, Nigerian scammers especially. Particularly if it's a phishing email or if it's an email that comes in with attachments. Don't open attachments on your emails unless you've got really good antivirus. Even then, be extremely careful. I'd probably open those attachments in a virtual machine, honestly. The other thing that I probably do as well. So be careful of emails, fake profiles, even fake profiles on Instagram and other social media sites and everything else like that. Keep an eye on those. If anybody ever asks you to go into Hangouts, it should be your first red flag and warning with stuff, especially for getting scamming out of money or some, they come up with some weird ass excuse later on. It's like, oh fuck man, fucking shit's happening. So yeah, keep an eye on that. Like I said, this has been like scam awareness. It's not just scam awareness, but it's pointing out what these profiles do and how they work. It's also a bit of my own research into this stuff. I mean, I have been scammed in the past, and I've had an experience with it, so I know what it's like to deal with the scam issue, like to deal with, dodgy people like that. And the honest truth is that you can get good or bad people depending on the situation. Well, not necessarily good. I mean, you can get mostly bad people when it comes to scamming. But I've had a few people who almost seemed like they did feel guilty about what they were doing. I mean, that's the other fact too. I mean, it's wasting the scammers' time as well. I think a little bit, especially when you do this stuff. But depends on what you feel like doing. But yeah, I don't know. I thought I'd keep the conversation going as long as I possibly could. I thought I'd try my best to, keep this stuff as straightforward as I possibly could as well. So we'll see what happens anyway, but I don't know. So we got that. What else? So we got that. I'm going to check those emails. Those other emails I'm going to report as well. Yeah, I'm going to report those two emails, actually. Yeah, I'm going to report... What am I going to report? So I'm going to report that PayPal email. I think I'll report the other one too. But even though the other one looked like shit, honestly, I don't know how the hell anybody would be convinced by something like that. Truthfully. Oh no. I'd love to know. I think that's about it, really. I think that's all I can really cover. I mean, definitely be wary of scams. From experience, I'm not saying all scammers are Indian, but there's a lot of Indian scammers out there. There's Indonesian and Filipinos. Some from the US. Yeah, there's definitely a few from the US. I don't get as many from the US, it seems. I get a few. I get a lot from Nigeria, personally. Africa's very big on the scam section of things. Yeah, and what else? I think that's about it, really. I think I'll leave it there for the moment, anyway. Yeah. Look, if I can think of more to talk on the subject with, I will. So I'm going to leave it there now anyway. Thank you very much. If you want to subscribe to my page... so you can donate to my Patreon, all the usual stuff, the advertising stuff. So you can go to my Twitter, my Instagram, all my other social media stuff included. Yeah, so... Oh, Jesus. What are the things that I do have? Sorry. I'm actually at a loss. I'm at a loss for words. Not really. There we go. Okay. Let's have a look here. So my social media platforms that I have are this. Okay. Facebook is my first port of call. Instagram, Patreon, Steam, Twitter, and YouTube. So these are all accessible services and stuff that you can talk to me, and not just that, but you can donate and contribute to me if you want to support my channel, and like my YouTube channel, for example, or if you want to support my streaming, which is on Mixer. So I do have a Mixer channel as well. So yeah. I forgot to mention Mixer, but that's alright. I did now. It's alright. Thank you very much. Okay. Alright. Thank you. And stay tuned. I hope everybody has had a good day so far. Mine's been not too bad, but I'm kind of pissed I had to re-record this video. But I managed to belt it out for as long as I did. I don't even know how long I've actually been here for, realistically. It's 6:40. Is it that early? Bullshit. It's oh yeah. My clock is way off. It's got to sync up with my fucking phone, I think. It's 11:22 p.m. So yes, I'm currently in the process of doing everything. So, alright, I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much. God, that took me long enough to get this fucking video together. Anyway, alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye.